trying to decide where I want to start on the painting. I got the sketch down and I think I want to start on the deer, maybe his antlers. I'm going to start with a really bigger brush than maybe is needed so I can get some colors blocked in here. I got my little palette all set up on this little metal tray and I lean against this mixing pad. So now that I kind of got a color down with this big fat brush, let me show you what I'm looking at over here. I'm going to keep all my paintbrushes in this jar of linseed oil, and that way I don't have to clean them after every painting session. I just wipe them out really good, like this. And now I'm ready to get back into painting. Let me turn this so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is another one of my kind of like dreamscapes. I'm going to do a little boy. I don't know if you can see. There's his nose and his eyes, and he's sleeping against this big deer. And then there's a rabbit, an owl, a squirrel, and a fawn. Oh, and a duck. I forgot about the duck. I'm excited about painting the duck. But I'm gonna work my way around to each animal instead of working on them all at the same time. Focusing on some big bold brush strokes here at the beginning to lay down some color. I'm using a mixture of this yellow and what is this one called? Let's see. Naples yellow. I don't know why I can never remember what this yellow is called. Naples yellow and some cad red to make this warm brown. How are you all doing today? Are you having a good day? Is it nice weather where you're at? I am in the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia, and it is a gorgeous day here. Absolutely stunning. I actually was dragging my feet to come in here and paint today because I was sitting on my deck and it was just so warm and beautiful. But then I said, time to get in there and get to work. Figuring out where I want my light and shadows to be on these antlers as I'm laying down some of this color. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that for a little bit and get some of this buck's face in. We have a huge amount of white-tailed deer where I live here in Virginia. And they kind of have these, like, almost like a white beard. It's not actually a beard, but they do have this like white under their chin, which I always think is really cute. Let's get some darks in now. For my darks, I like to use this ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson, and it makes a really nice shadow color, and you can add a little bit of yellow and it warms it up. Like here's going to be a shadow underneath his face. Let me turn, this is, there we go. In the beginning when I'm laying down color, can't really see which direction I'm heading until I'm a little further in. But we'll get there. Just gotta keep trucking through the painting to see where you're heading. The deer is kind of like the main focal point, so I want to make sure he is just absolutely so handsome and stunning. Let's get his nose in. See if I can get you guys a better angle. That might be better. This part's always a little darker on the deer, like the snout area. Kind of like it comes in like this. And since this is oil, I can build it up and keep pushing the colors. So I'm not like super, I'm like never stressed about laying down any colors because oil dries so slowly that if I don't like it, I can just come in and adjust it. To make an animal look really friendly, I always try to kind of like wing his eye out a little bit. Let's see, I'm gonna get a smaller brush so I can show you what I mean. Okay, so I like to come in and get this eyelash kind of like tipped out. Like this. I do that with a lot of my animals where I'll kind of give him like a winged eyelash, and then on this side he'll have a little bit of an eyelash too. I might be jumping the gun, so I'll keep working on this face for a little longer. I kind of want the sun to be hitting him like this, so I'm gonna hit the sides with a little bit of a bright yellow. Maybe even bring it like that. Okay, get up here and get some yellow up here. I want this to be a nice bright, like maybe it's a morning, nice morning scene. Happy little deer. I'll be like Bob Ross. Nice morning, happy little deer scene. Let's get some contrast down here. This is where his leg is like kind of bent down, I think. Deciding things as I go. Just underneath his neck. a new paper towel. Let's see, let's put, gotta find his little face here. Now they got some color laid down. I'm gonna find him a little bit more. I gotta get a smaller brush to work this one area. Let's see. All right. Deer's nostrils kind of come down like that. Let's get this eye in a little bit better. I think I need some like a little bit of glare, a little bit of shininess on his nose to indicate that it's wet. Some unlikely colors in an animal's face is always one of my favorite things to add. Like yellow and blue. Speaking of that, I don't have any radiant turquoise on my palette. I don't know why. There we go. That's better. Let's get okay. Gonna get some of this light color in under his chin. This paintbrush is pretty frayed, so it gives me a really nice texture. gonna give him a little bit of an eyelid. Oh, that made him look so sweet. Nothing like a little concerned eyelid. Gonna put some blue in this darker part of this face. Also needs to come up over here too. Kind of indicate where the antler starts. Let's get in his eye. I think what I need to do is add a little bit of light line down here. Sweet. Just added a couple of little eyelashes. And it looks so good. I don't usually add like bottom lashes to my deer, but I really like that. This is a fun part. I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see. There's it up close. And I'm going to add a little bit of a twinkle right in his eye. So sweet. So I like to add like a cheek to my animals, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. I can always wipe it out if I change my mind. See, doesn't that make him so friendly and sweet? A little bit of blush. Obsessed. Okay, that's that. Let's finish this ear up here. I kind of have like, maybe I'll warm it up a little bit. Let's give a little bit more contrast right there, so you know that the face is ending. Yeah, like that. Just kind of bouncing around here all over the painting, figuring out, well, all over the deer. So when you kind of like scrub your paintbrush into your canvas like this, there's a name for it. It's called scumbling, which I think is a funny name for a painting technique. I use scumbling all the time just to like lay down a base color to figure out temperatures and stuff. Like I know that this is his leg over here, like kind of bent up. And so I'm trying to figure out shadows as I go. Let's see, let's get some contrast right here. Put y'all back a little bit so you can see where I'm heading. This is his little hand under his head. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose some of my sketches. Because I'm not doing all the, this is, you know, a big painting, so I don't do it all in one day. So I want to make sure that if I leave my studio, I kind of know where I'm heading next. And if I covered up his hand, I might struggle with that. Let's get some more. See if I can get my palette in here so you can see how I'm mixing. So this is my little dark pile. I kind of make all of these different piles right here on my mixing palette, and so you can see like I have like lights, not in any particular order or anything, but I have a dark, and that's where I keep mixing all of my dark. Kind of keeps my palette slightly organized as I am making more piles. This is kind of Oh, hi, Hannah. It's so good to see you. I love seeing your stuff on Instagram. I am a fan of yours. I know it kind of seems like I'm going over the same spot over and over, but I am fixing my colors. I'm making sure that they're the right saturation. I want my darks to be dark enough that they contrast with the lights. This is my little fawn's face right here that I'm painting around. I work hard on my commission. Not commission, oh my gosh, composition. I have a commission I have to do next and it's on my mind. I work hard on composition and I want to make sure that I keep all of my characters where I initially have them planned because I thought about the composition quite a bit before sketching everything out to start painting. So that's why I try to keep my sketch and paint into it. So what animal should I paint next now that I have my deer almost done? The duck would be fun. Okay, clean this brush out. I'm sitting on a wheelie chair, so as I paint, I kind of move back and forth to make sure I'm liking it from further away. I forgot about his back. cute. Okay, so I'm going to leave the deer right there and add in another character. I think I want to do the duck next. Duck is down here. So make sure I get a good angle for you guys. I like painting mallard ducks because they have this like iridescent head and it's so pretty. I don't often get to paint iridescence, which I should do more often if I like it so much. Mermaid tails or something. See, I'm going to get in the weeds if I keep using this small brush. So I'm going to switch to a bigger one. Just have to find which one I want to use. This one's good. Good morning. Let's see, do you recommend underpainting when painting with oil? Yes, I think that in underpainting is so helpful because then you're not fighting the white of the canvas. I do my underpainting in acrylic. I like Liquitex. I usually do my underpainting the day before so that it's completely dry and I don't have to worry about it coming up from underneath my oil painting. I think oil painting is one of the best things in the entire world because you can work into it for so long. And so I don't feel stressed when I oil paint because I know that if this duck isn't what I like, I can come back even tomorrow and keep working into it. But absolutely, underpaintings are very important. A lot of people do like a brown, so like a burnt sienna or a raw sienna. You can do your underpainting in literally any color you want. It's just totally preference. I choose the same color underpainting for almost every single painting because it just like naturally ties all of my work together. I'll show you what I mean. I just finished this painting. Pull this back so you can see it. A couple days ago, and it had a red underpainting, and it has kind of a warm glow to it. You can see some of the red through the grass. And this painting, once all of the red is covered up, it is going to breed in the same family as that other one. I'm going to work into another animal now because the duck is bothering me a little bit, and that's the only reason I'm moving on from it right now. I think I'll work into the fawn. Oops. So fawns are a little lighter than bucks. I'm gonna lay down some light color here first. Fawns kind of like, well, deer in general kind of bend their little legs up under them, kind of like a cat sits, which I think is so cute. So I kind of made these guys also with their legs bent up under them. Sorry, guys. Okay, let me turn this around so I can say hi. Hello. I am really enjoying this painting so far. It's kind of fun to see it through the camera lens to see what you guys are seeing. I hope you enjoyed watching me paint for a while. It is now, oh my gosh, see, this is the most amazing thing about painting is that you sit down to paint and then time just like is gone. It's like one of the ways to easily reach flow state, sit down and work through a painting. And I didn't realize that I had been on here for 70 minutes. But I wanted to show you guys this thing. I showed it on my Instagram the other day, and I think it's pretty neat. So my stepdad cut me a PVC pipe, and it has these ends that screw off. And I can put my palette of colors into here. And you can put a little ball, like a cotton ball of clove oil at like the end, like right here, and it'll keep your paints completely wet for a very long time. Or you can put this entire container into the freezer, which I did when I went away for 2 weeks, and I came back and my paint was perfect and beautiful, and it was really fantastic because oil paint is so ridiculously expensive. For example, like a big tube like this compared to this little tube, this one is like $45. And now I'm seeing that I think I have some paint all over my face. So no matter what, I am usually getting myself messy, and I'll have to like really check myself out before I run to like do carpool for my kids because I have paint all over my face. But this is the one that I'm very excited about at the moment. I get to make a commission for a Fantastic Collector next that has been on my mind. I'm going to sketch that out maybe tomorrow or the day after that. She wants me to imagine a little boy and a little girl in the arms of like this big friendly bear. And I can picture it like so clearly. So I'm excited about this one. This one is for my friend who's having a baby. I'm going to title this A Hunter's Dream. And that's because there's this little boy sleeping, and there's all of these other characters that are like exactly what a hunter would be wanting. So a buck, a fawn, a squirrel, a duck. I was going to put an owl in, but that's not really like so much for a hunter. Oh, and a rabbit. I love a rabbit. I always want to paint a rabbit. A rabbit and a bear. Those are like my two very favorite things to paint. Let's see what she said. How don't you get paint on your clothes? Very impressive. Well, I did get a little bit on my shirt today, but I have my very messy paint apron right here. That I put on my lap because I'm like balancing everything and painting like this. So I usually am covered in paint, usually all of my face as well. Let's see, what did I want to tell you guys? Oh, I brought some stuff back from the gallery the other day, and there's this one painting that I love and I want to show it to you, and I'm thinking like, do I take it inside and hang it in my house since it came back to me? I don't know. I'm in my paint clothes, by the way. Look at this. Isn't this so awesome? I painted this last year, like a year and a half ago now, I think. I love this one. It is called the Blue Horse Dream. So sweet. Let me show you something else. This one is an oldie. This one is from 2024. Isn't that so sweet? It's a little boy and his sister, and they're fairies on a zebra unicorn. Oh, and I like to paint the edges, these pretty scallops. What else can I show you? Oh, I have a story about this one painting. I painted this bear, and okay, this is from 2025, so last year. I love this painting, okay? I think it is so fun, it's so whimsical. It's just a made-up imaginary party bear, okay? I had someone just rip me to shreds on Instagram about this painting. They were like, you're promoting animal abuse. And I was like, out of everyone in the entire world, I promise you, I am not promoting animal abuse. Like, this is just a fun image. It's called Party Bear. But anyways, the internet can be so wild sometimes. And I love this painting. I think it is so cute. I had a ton of people inquire about me painting their dog depicted like this, which I think is such a fun idea, which I should do sometime. It is lunchtime on this side of the world. I'm already like thinking about what I want to go in and eat for lunch. Let's see, watching together. Hi guys. Oh, you're so sweet. I have really loved like keeping up with people on Instagram. I like kind of fell off of Instagram a little bit. The summer was so wildly crazy. We were thinking about moving, and then we decided not to move, but we went through, come on, my doggy wants to come in. We went through the whole process of prepping to move. So like we got the pod, we did like, it was just a very busy summer. And we decided to stay, which is great because I love it here. But anyways, it was just wildly busy, but I'm back at it and I'm enjoying myself, and I'm really excited to keep going on the painting. I try to do like no more than 2 hours sitting in front of my canvas, because then I get like decision fatigue for painting. Like I can make a ton of painting decisions, you know, one after the other, but after about 2 hours, I kind of feel fried and I won't make good painting decisions. So that's where I'm at right now. I wasn't liking my duck, and it's going to turn out really cute, but once you start not liking the brush strokes that you're laying, you start not liking the brush strokes that you are laying down, you basically have to be like, let's take a break. So this is my doggy Orville. He's very sweet. He wants to give me kisses all the time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will be painting again, either later this afternoon, maybe I'll turn it back on, or for sure tomorrow, and I would love for you to join me again. Okay, bye guys, see you later.